Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to the Author's House, Golden Nugget Moment. My name is Jahmal Leitzsey, I'm the host. And just want to talk to you a little bit about building that faith muscle. As you can see, I'm a little bit out of breath. It takes a lot of hard work and focus, at my age especially, to stay in shape, to build muscle, to stay toned. And working out in this gym kind of reminds me of when I was 16 and aspiring to lift this weight right here, 225 pounds, and how difficult it was as a teenager to be focused enough to accomplish that goal. However, in my ego and in my mind, I believe I was strong enough to do it. I was always an athlete, always playing sports, played football for many years, and I recall my brother and many of the guys on the team going to the YMCA lifting Olympic-sized weights such as these to get themselves in shape. And I got wind that these guys were lifting 225 pounds, something, as I stated earlier, I was aspiring to do myself. So I recall being comfortable or being lazy, to say the least, and staying in the house and trying to accomplish that same development. Basically, I was doing a lot of calisthenics. My brother had some sand weights. I was sneaking in his room and lift all his sand weights. And I was at one point able to put all the sand weights he had in his room on that bar, and I was lifting. So one day I got invited to the gym, and I figured I'd go with these guys to see what this was all about. And when I walked in, they started out with only 135 pounds, which is basically this one bar and two 45-pound plates. That was their warm-up. So they get up under there, and they were all in different sections, and they would each one by one get up under that 135, pick it up, rep it out, then they would start to build up their weight from 185 to 155, 155 to 185, then 205, and then ultimately they all will reach that peak of 225, and they were able to work out. Now, it's my turn, and again, as I stated, I was doing a lot of work at the house in the comforts of the AC, pumping out calisthenics and lifting that sand weight. And now it's my turn. So I get under that 135 and I take it off the bar, and as it comes down on my chest, that's when I realized I wasn't as strong as I thought. And that weight was pressed on my chest, and I'm telling you, with everything I had in me, I could not get it up. It was so embarrassing that the guy that was spotting me thought I was joking. And he looks down at me, he says, "Jahmal, come on, push it up. Come on, push it up." By the third time, he realized it wasn't budging. And he leaps down and he helps to get it off my chest, and he racks it. And this is what he said to me: "You are so weak." And boy, did that get me right to the inner workings of my soul. Because in my mind, as I stated, in my mind, I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready. So it wasn't until I faced the true test that I realized I had not been developing the right amount of muscle to get to that goal of 225. So what I had to do was, just like these guys, start from the basics. And I started in small increments to get in to build that muscle necessary to carry that weight. And I too ascended up that ladder of weight until I got to the ultimate goal of 225. And then was able to go beyond that weight, right? Because I had a totally different mindset after my belief in what I could do was tested. So what I'm saying to you folks watching this Golden Nugget Moment, that's the same thing with our spiritual faith. We have a lot of lofty goals, a lot of tremendous vision that God has placed in us. That, again, he's saying we have the ability to do. He's given us the tools, but there is a course of preparation that is required. So we have to start to test that faith. God even says in his word, "Prove me, prove me." He means in small increments, try your faith out and watch God arrive and exceed what you were expecting. But you got to start somewhere. Don't think you're going to wait until the big test come and then you're going to have this tremendous amount of faith. No, you need to start now to build your faith in small increments. And then as the challenges get greater, your faith matches your challenge, and it begins to push you through those things in times that you feel like you won't overcome. But if you are not exercising your faith muscle, hey, even James says it, faith without works is dead, right? Meaning, if you don't prove what you say out your mouth through trials and tribulations and to stand on it, to try it out, to see what God will do to bring you through, then again, it's just window dressing. It's just a whole bunch of talk. And when the true test comes, you won't be prepared. So I encourage you, get out of your comfort zone. Begin to take steps toward that faith, building up that faith muscle. Again, start with small things. Ask God to wake you up at 5 o'clock in the morning and trust Him. Don't set the alarm. Trust Him. But again, He meets you where you are. He meets you where you are. So please begin to build that faith muscle. And ultimately, hey, you'll achieve that goal of 225. So let me go ahead and knock out the rest of this workout to show you that I'm not just talk, I'm about the business of this thing.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.